Hey everybody, and welcome back to the shared garage. And there is Sam. For this video, I thought we'd do something slightly different. Something that we haven't done before. Now, we know how phenomenal Sam is in every way. What you've never seen is, well, let me have a think. You've seen her fast, you've seen her slow, you've seen her in a hurry, and you've definitely seen her go. But what haven't you seen? Right, let me show you. Yep, a K1600 at night. So we're going to go out for a ride. Just let this car come past. Is he going to come past? Yeah. So this is what you'll see. You're going to see just how good Sam is at night. So I'm going to take a familiar route. I'm going to head, just put the visor down. There, she's down. So I'm going to take a familiar route and head out towards Cushing. Now when we get to Cushing, we'll be going a little bit more rural. So you'll see what the headlights are like as they are normal, with the auxiliary lights running. And then I'll flick it and put the main beam on, and then you'll see just how good she really is, and how usable the K1600 is at night. Now it's about being visible as well, so I'm definitely visible in my cream jacket. I've got multiple layers on, so I've got the base layers, which are all Alpine stars. I then on top of that have a polo neck, and then on top of that I've got a shirt, so I'm definitely warm. Using the knuckle guards, I don't need to go to winter gloves just yet, so that's pretty good. But I haven't got the heating seat. I haven't got the heated seat on, and I don't have the grips on. Now, the one thing that you'll notice as well, and you probably already know this, at night everything seems different. So I've chosen the familiar route, so you can compare nighttime riding to daytime riding, and then you can see the difference. At night I'm definitely a lot more careful. I'm constantly checking everything anyway, so I'm not quite certain what's going on there. So I'm constantly checking to make certain that the distances that I see here are actually the distances that I see in reality. Now, just let that car pull in front. Now you can hear through the wind buffeting, there's more wind up tonight. It's late. It's the late fall. We're coming up to the end of November. It is really cold. I'll come off here to head towards Cushing like I normally do. Now if you look at the sweeping bend, the perspective at night is totally different. And if you look up there, the moon is actually obscured by clouds, so it's dark. We've got the headlights, we've got the headlamps of the cars in front, so we have to read everything that the car in front is doing and then make allowances for what we're going to be doing. But you'll also see that the K1600 has phenomenal lighting in her own right, and we can't see that properly at the moment because we've got cars in front of us. When we get out of here and we get onto some darker roads, then you'll start seeing that the difference is actually quite marked. The headlamps are almost car quality. Well, they are car quality, and they are absolutely phenomenal headlamps. Again, nice riding, keeping it slow. I didn't put my feet down, I just used the balance of the bike and the slight momentum that we had to keep me going. Now see, the perspective of the traffic coming towards me makes them actually look further away because all you're seeing is the headlamps, when in fact they're that close. So perception in the dark is a lot different. Now when you're traveling at the type of speed that Sam can, then it's sensible to know what is true, what is not. Now, that is a classic mistake of what perception is and how you can make a mistake and potentially cause an issue. Now I did that deliberately to show you what can get you into trouble. So we have to be really decisive and 100% on. So there is Sam's headlamps on her own. There is Sam's headlamps, there is Sam's headlamps on full. So that is full beam. That's a hell of a beam. That's not on a beam, that's just on dipped. Does it slow you down? Yes. Should you slow down? Yes. It's all about safety. Now luckily I knew that the van behind me was enough of distance away from me, so that wasn't too bad. But as I pointed out, if you look at the perception at night, it is totally different. Bends seem different, corners seem different, everything is different, and that's because the mind is tricked by the eye, and the eye is tricked by the mind, and it's both. So what we see is that we have to be more thoughtful, so maybe a little bit slower, a little bit more observant. When you do cause an issue like I did then quite rightly out come their little air horns, and they bib their horns and throw the toys out of the pram. Wasn't really a dangerous situation. It was fine. The good thing is, don't panic, keep everything absolutely solid in your riding. Keep it smooth, keep it fluid. And keep a greater distance, because the actual reality is that cars in front is closer than it looks. Now this is Cushing, so you've seen this route numerous times in other videos. So the difference at night is absolutely huge. It doesn't look like this. It's totally different. And that's because, unfortunately, it is. It is different. And people behave differently at night. Everything changes, but as you can see, the K1600 is phenomenal. It is absolutely 100% reliable. Now my friend Roy down in Portugal asked about tyres. People have their preferences. Now, I always say that stickability and grippy is the most paramount importance to me. So for that reason, I always go for the Michelin Road Pilots. Now, I used to have the Road Pilots on my RT. I've got the Road Pilots on here, and these are the Road Pilot 4, but they're the GTs. So they're designed for the heavier bike. Performance, outstanding, as you already know. Durability, yeah, I could probably get 15,000 out of some other tyres. I can get 12, maybe 13 out of the Road Pilots. Do I think that the difference is worth it? Hell yes. And the reason I've demonstrated tonight, how quickly and easily you stop and handle when you've got a potential bad situation happening. So it's all good. Now Dean, who is hopefully going to be joining the ranks of the elite and buying a K1600, welcome my brother, and you will be joining an elite band of people. The K1600 will look after you, it'll protect you, and it will put the biggest smile on your face all the time. Now, I never really have to worry anything about Sam. She does everything I need her to. She looks after me, her brakes are phenomenal, her fuel economy, phenomenal. Everything, totally phenomenal. And that is a really, really good position to be in. And what more can you ask for? It's the perfect bike. And it's the perfect bike at any age. I was like a lot of you guys when I was younger. You'd go, do you want a BMW? Hell no, I don't want an old man's bike. And then because of a spinal issue, I couldn't use my sports bikes. So I went to the R1100 RT and fell in love with the Boxer engine, BMW, and having a smile on my face all the time. Because strangely, I do enjoy laughing, and if the camera was around now, I've got the most inane grin on my face, and it's because I'm happy. And I'm happy because my bike and I were one. We fit together like one. Roy knows this, and Dean, when you join us, you'll know this too. The K1600 becomes part of you. Treat her properly and she'll look after you for an awful long time. So coming into the back end of town, you can see again everything looks totally different, and this is what I keep on saying, everything always looks totally different.